Hello YouTube. In this video I'll be showing you how to make the mantle mechanic, or you can call it vault or climb. So let me just demonstrate it. So what it does here is it does a couple of traces downward, um, and it actually just checks if you're blocking a wall, if there's any room for you to climb on, and if there is, it sets your location. It just interpolates the uh, the location of the character to the location it wants to be on top of the surface. So this is the first part. There's going to be around 3 or 4 parts that are just around 5 minutes long. So it's not going to be that much. So let's just get started. So I'm going to use my player controller and my player character together. And the codes are all going to be in my player character. But I'm going to use my controller for the inputs. I'll close that. So I need to go to my player controller to clean this stuff up. Okay. So for the first part, I'm going to create a function. It's going to be called, I'm going to call it tutorial mantle. And it's going to have a bunch of sequences. So I'm going to create a sequence. It's going to be around 3 sequences, I think. So just add 1 pin. From here, we're going to make a capsule trace by channel. For the starting location, we want to get the actor location, so your character's location. You can get that by get world location of the capsule component, or whatever method you have. And here, I like to add 45 to my Z. So what this does is, I don't want to get any little surfaces to be traced. So I'm starting 45 units up. So it only traces shapes that are 45 units above me. I'm going to make vector. I'm going to plug in X, Y, Z. Now I have my starting point. And I'm also going to get my actor forward vector. And I'm going to multiply this by a float. And this float is going to be a distance I can actually trace for climbable walls. So I like to put it 45. Or no, not 45. Let's put it 30. Okay. And I'm going to add this with a vector. And the vector I'm going to add it is the starting point. So now it starts from the starting point, and within the forward vector direction it goes 30 units, and which is the end location. The radius you can put whatever suits you. I'm gonna put 30. Half height, I'm gonna put 60. That half height is my capsule component half height, so 68, but whatever. You can put 60, whatever you need. And when the capsule trace is done, we're going to check break hit results. That can stay there, and we're also going to check is walkable. Okay, so we don't want anything to be blocking, we don't want anything to be overlapping, or it's a walkable surface or not. So I'm going to put in not booleans. So what this does is it just inverts. So if this is true, now it has to be not true in order to be true in the outcome, in the result. So another not here. And after you get all 3, you can type in and boolean, get this one, and plug them in all here. So now with this boolean, if you want the outcome to be true, this has to be false, this has to be false, this has to be false, and when they are false, when they are all 3 of them are false, this is true. So I'm going to get a branch here. I'm going to plug that in here. And if it's false, I'm going to return node. I need a Boolean parameter. So when you click on the return node, you can make an output. I'm going to call it can mantle. And I'm going to make it false, so the function is going to return false for this. And it's going to terminate everything else. It's not going to check for the other sequences. And if it is true, I need some variables here. So I'm going to create a local variable, initial point. Oops. Initial point is going to be a vector, and initial normal. Okay, so these are going to be, the initial point is going to be the hit point. So the hit surface is point, and the normal is going to be the normal of the hit point, so the direction facing the surface. I'm going to get them from my break hit result. I'm going to get impact point, plug that in there, and the impact normal, plug it in there. Okay, so this is the first sequence. The other two videos are going to be the second and third sequence. This is it for the video. I hope you like it. If you like it, you can subscribe, and see you.